Hi, I'm sorry if you're not watching me or seeing me. I don't have my camera with me right now, and I don't have a storage space in my cell phone, so I can't do anything about that. So just let's pretend I'm this cat explaining this today's topic, which is adjectives. So let's see what are adjectives and how to use it how and we're going to learn the spelling rules of comparatives, superlatives, and irregular adjectives also. So let's see. So, adjectives. Let's start. So, what is an adjective? An adjective is a word that modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. Let's keep in mind that. So, these adjectives can be used to describe the qualities or someone or something, independently or in comparison to something else. So these adjectives come in three forms like absolute, comparative, and superlative. Okay, so how are adjectives used in sentence? Adjectives modify or describe noun or pronouns. They can be attributive, occurring before the noun, or predicative, occurring after the noun. Predicative adjectives typically follow a linking verb. But what is a linking verb? A linking verb is a verb like to be, to feel, to seem, or to taste. So rather than describing an action, this linking verb helps to describe a state of being or sensory experience. For example, this linking verb helps us to connect the subject of the sentence to the adjective. Now, let's remember the attributive adjective, for example, is before the noun, this adjective. So, the proud soldier is home. Let's see that proud, this adjective, is before the noun soldier. And the predicative adjective is after the noun. For example, the soldier is proud. So, how to order adjectives? We're going to start by the quantity, then the quality, then we're going to use the size, then the age, shape, color, property, which are origin or material, and finally we're going to have the purpose. Now, the comparatives. One way to describe nouns is by comparing them to something else. Only two nouns are involved when we use comparatives, although they might be plural. We are only going to refer to only two items, even if they are plural. Okay, now the spelling rules for the comparative is when we have one syllable, we're going to have our adjective plus er plus than. Then we're going to have tall plus er is going to be taller than. Now we're going to have two syllables ending in y. Y changed to I plus er plus than. Happy plus er is going to be happier than. For example, this word happy, it ends with y, but we are going to change this y for an I, and then we are going to add the er. It's going to be happier. Now, when we have two or three or more syllables, but not ending in y, we are going to use more or less plus adjective, and it doesn't change nothing at all. And then we are going to use the word than. For example, more famous than, less beautiful than, like that. So, examples with comparative sentence. So, my friend Allison is faster than me. She's a professional athlete. My dog Rocky is older than my cat Gary. Superlatives were easier than I expected. So, as you can see in the comparative, I'm only comparing two things or two two animals, for example, or two people, like my friend Allison and me, and my dog Rocky and my cat. So, before I explain you the superlatives, we are going to see the irregular adjectives. The irregular adjectives, um, uh, they don't follow this regular pattern of adding er or es. Uh, it's for forming to changing the comparative and superlative forms. We don't do that. We change the complete pattern. For example, uh, these adjectives: bad, good, much, far, little, these are irregular adjectives. Now, in the comparative way, you're going to bad is going to change for worse and worst. Good is going to be better and best. Much is going to be more and most. And it's going to be much is going to be more, must. Far is going to change for farther and farthest in superlative. Little is going to be less in comparative and superlative least. Now the superlatives. Superlatives are also used to compare nouns. However, one of the nouns is highlighted above or below the rest. Superlative adjectives are form adjectives take comparing three or more things, contrary to comparatives. Let's remember that in comparatives we only compare two items, even if they are plural. We only compare two items. But in superlative, you're going to compare three or more things. So the spelling rules in the superlatives. If our adjective ends in e, we are going to add st, like nice, nicest, safe, safest, large, largest. And if the adjective ends in a consonant, vowel consonant, we're going to double the final consonant and add est, biggest, wettest, flattest. And if the adjective ends with a consonant plus y, it's going to change y to I, and then we're going to add est, like easiest, funniest, prettiest. So, examples. Minecraft is the best video game to play in your free time. God of War Ragnarok is one of the hardest game I've ever played. Queen is the greatest rock band I have ever listened. So, thank you. That's all for today.